Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Sit back, enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's dive in. The 1966 Australia 5 cents coin holds a special place in the annals of Australian numismatics, not only because it marked the beginning of the decimal era, but also because it symbolized Australia's transformation into a modern, independent nation with its own identity. This small but historically significant coin was among the very first decimal coins released into circulation on 14th of February 1966, the official day Australia transitioned from the imperial system of pounds, shillings, and pence to the metric-based dollar and cents system introduction to decimalization. In Australia prior to 1966, Australia used the British-based currency system of pounds, shillings, and pence, a complex system where 1 pound equaled 20 shillings and 1 shilling equaled 12 pence. This system had become outdated and increasingly inefficient in the modernizing world. The move to a decimal system was a major undertaking, involving education campaigns, redesigning currency, and logistical preparations across the country. On 14th of February 1966, Australia officially adopted the dollar, subdivided into 100 cents. The introduction of decimal coins was led by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, which had only recently been established in 1965. The 5 cents coin was part of the original suite of 6 denominations: 1 cent, 2 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents, and 50 cents. Design and artistic details. The obverse, front, of the 1966 5 cents coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, a portrait sculpted by Mary Gillick, a renowned British artist. Gillick's portrait was originally created in the early 1950s and had appeared on pre-decimal coinage across the Commonwealth. On the 1966 5 cents coin, Queen Elizabeth is shown wearing a laurel wreath rather than a crown, conveying a youthful and graceful image of the monarch. Around the portrait are the inscriptions, Elizabeth II, Australia, 1966. This obverse design would be replaced in later years by updated portraits reflecting the Queen's aging, but the 1966 coin remains a snapshot of the young monarch at the start of Australia's decimal era. On the reverse, back, the coin features the image of an echidna, one of Australia's most iconic and unique native animals. Also known as the spiny anteater, the echidna is one of only 2 monotremes, egg-laying mammals, found in Australia, the other being the platypus. The echidna design was created by Stuart Devlin, a renowned Australian goldsmith and coin designer who was commissioned to design the reverses of all 6 decimal coins released in 1966. The echidna is portrayed curled in a compact and defensive position, with its spines radiating outward and its long snout visible from the center. Beneath the image is the coin's denomination, 5, signifying 5 cents. This stylized design emphasizes the creature's defensive appearance and reflects a uniquely Australian identity, differing from the traditional British heraldry seen. On earlier coin specifications, the 1966 5 cents coin was minted to the following specifications: composition, cupro-nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, diameter, 1941, meter thickness, 1.30 mm weight, 2.83 grams edge, milled shape, round. These specifications made the 5 cents coin virtually identical in size and composition to the pre-decimal Australian sixpence, which it effectively replaced in daily usage. Indeed, the resemblance was so close that sixpences continued to circulate alongside the new 5 cent coins for a time. Mintage and distribution. The 1966 5 cents coin had a massive mintage of over 30 million pieces, all struck at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra. This large initial production was necessary to ensure that enough decimal currency would be available to meet nationwide demand upon rollout. Unlike some of the higher denominations, such as the 50 cents coin, which was briefly minted in silver in 1966, and then quickly withdrawn due to intrinsic value concerns, the 5-cent coin remained unchanged and widely circulated. Due to its enormous mintage, the 1966 5-cent coin is not considered rare or particularly valuable in average circulated condition. However, high-grade examples in uncirculated or proof condition, as well as coins with notable mint errors, can attract collectors and command higher prices, numismatic value, and collectability. From a collector's perspective, the 1966 5-cent coin holds sentimental and historical value rather than rarity. In circulated condition, its market value is typically equal to face value or slightly higher. However, uncirculated specimens can be worth $1 to $5 AUD, depending on condition. Proof examples, which were struck with specially prepared dies and surfaces for collector sets, can fetch $20 to $50 AUD or more, especially if they remain in pristine, original packaging. Of particular interest to error coin collectors are coins with double strikes off-center strikes clipped planchets, die cracks or cuds. These minting errors, while not common, are known to exist and can significantly increase the value of the coin. Another point of interest is the high-grade business strike. Coins that, while not officially designated proofs, were struck with great care and often appear nearly flawless. Such coins can be quite valuable in the collector market, especially if certified by professional grading services. Cultural significance beyond its economic function, the 1966 5-cent coin reflects a broader story about Australia's journey toward defining its national identity. The adoption of unique Australian animals on coinage, beginning with the 1966 decimal set, was a clear move away from British imagery and symbolism. The echidna, as a native and truly Australian animal, helped signal this shift. The coin also represents a remarkable period in the 20th century when Australia was undergoing rapid modernization. Decimalization was part of a broader wave of reforms and changes that included the development of national institutions, a push for cultural independence and economic growth legacy, and modern use. Nearly 6 decades after its introduction, the 5-cent coin remains legal tender in Australia, but its purchasing power has greatly diminished. As of the 2020s, it is often considered a candidate for demonetization, with some advocating for its removal from circulation due to high production costs and limited practical use. Many Australians now view the 5-cent coin as cumbersome, and it's often ignored or discarded. Nevertheless, the 1966 issue continues to be of interest to collectors, historians, and those nostalgic for the early days of Australia's decimal currency system. It remains a foundational piece in any complete Australian decimal coin collection. In conclusion, the 1966 Australia 5-cent coin is more than just a small piece of metal. It is a symbol of national transition, artistic ingenuity, and historical relevance. With its unique blend of tradition and innovation, this coin captures a pivotal moment in Australian history. Whether admired for its elegant design, appreciated as part of the decimal reform, or collected for its numismatic significance, the 1966 5-cent coin stands as a proud testament to Australia's evolution in the modern era. The 1983 Australia 5-cent coin may seem like a small and ordinary object at first glance, but it is a tangible reflection of Australia's modern identity, monetary evolution, and ongoing royal heritage under Queen Elizabeth II. As part of Australia's enduring decimal coin series, the 5-cent coin in 1983 played an important role in everyday commerce while quietly contributing to the nation's broader numismatic and cultural history. Though widely circulated and modest in value, the 1983 issue is still of great interest to collectors due to its specific historical context, design elements, minting details, and place within the broader timeline of Australian coinage. Decimal, currency, and the continued role of the 5 cents. Coined to understand the 1983 5-cent coin, it's important to step back to 1966. the year Australia officially transitioned from the British-style pounds, shillings, and pence system to a modern, decimal system of dollars and cents. This move was part of a broader post-colonial modernization that sought to align the country more with global economic standards, while also expressing a uniquely Australian national identity through coin design and symbolism. The 5-cents coin, which replaced the old sixpence in terms of size and function, was part of the original 6-coin decimal series. Its design remained largely unchanged over the years, becoming a familiar part of everyday life for Australians. By 1983, the 5-cents coin was already well established in circulation and heavily relied upon for low-value transactions. Obverse design, Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin. The obverse of the 1983 5-cents coin features the second official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II to appear on Australian coinage. This effigy was created by Arnold Machin, a renowned British sculptor and designer whose portrayal of the monarch was used from 1966 to 1984 across many Commonwealth nations. In Machin's design, the Queen is shown facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a recognizable and elegant headpiece often associated with her early reign. The portrait presents a dignified and youthful image, idealized slightly to reflect her status and continuity in the post-colonial Commonwealth world. Around the edge of the coin are the Elizabeth II, Australia 1983. This layout is consistent with Commonwealth coinage traditions, placing the monarch's name first, followed by the issuing country and year of mintage. The effigy is classic in its simplicity, embodying grace, stability, and a sense of unchanging authority. Reverse design, the Echidna, by Stuart Devlin. The reverse side features a stylized image of an echidna, a uniquely Australian mammal known for its spiny coat and long snout. This design was created by Stuart Devlin, who was commissioned to design the reverse of all 6 decimal coins released in 1966. Devlin's echidna design has stood the test of time, remaining on the 5-cents coin for decades without modification. The echidna is shown curled protectively, with its quills radiating outward in an almost geometric fashion. The intricate detailing of the quills and snout demonstrates Devlin's craftsmanship and his ability to create depth and texture within the coin's small surface area. Below the image is the denomination, indicating 5 cents. This reverse is not only artistically admired, but also symbolically powerful. It represents the distinctiveness of Australia's native wildlife and the country's move to celebrate its natural heritage through its currency, technical specifications. The physical characteristics of the 1983 Australia 5-cents coin are as follows. Composition: 75% copper, 25% nickel, cupronickel. Weight: 2.83 grams. Diameter: 19.41 milliliter. Thickness: 130 mm. Edge: milled, reeded. Shape: round mint. Royal Australian Mint, Canberra. The coin's dimensions and composition have remained unchanged since 1966, preserving continuity and familiarity. Its small size and silvery appearance made it easily recognizable and distinct from other denominations. Mintage and rarity: in 1983, the Royal Australian Mint produced a substantial mintage of approximately 83.1 million 5-cents coins for circulation. This relatively high number means the coin is not rare in circulated condition. These coins were issued for everyday use, and most Australians at the time would have handled dozens, if not hundreds of them over the years. However, certain uncirculated specimens, especially those that were never released into circulation, but included in mint or proof sets, are more desirable to collectors. The proof versions struck in 1983 were made with polished dies and special planchets, resulting in highly reflective finishes and exceptional detail. Uncirculated 1983 5-cents coins in top grades, e.g. MS65 or higher, are relatively affordable, but still collected for typesets and complete year runs. They can fetch anywhere between $2 and $10 AUD, while high-grade proof coins in original packaging can reach values between $20 and $50 AUD, depending on condition and market demand. Errors and varieties. The 1983 5-cent coin does not have any widely recognized official varieties, but like many other circulating coins, it can be found with minting errors. These errors occur during the coin production process and are popular among collectors. Types of errors include clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin's edge is missing, off-center strikes, where the design is not fully centered cuds, raised lumps of metal caused by die breaks, die cracks, or die clashes. Such error coins, depending on severity and visibility, can command premiums ranging from $10 to over $100 AUD. As always, rarity, uniqueness, and condition are key to determining value, cultural, and economic relevance. The 1983 5-cent coin was issued at a time when the coin was still heavily used and accepted. Unlike the 1 and 2 cents coins, which would later be withdrawn from circulation in 1992, the 5 cents denomination remained relevant in pricing and retail. However, even by the 1980s, inflation was beginning to erode the purchasing power of smaller coins. The Australian economy was growing and becoming more globalized, but at the same time, small denomination coins were starting to cost more to produce than their face value. Despite this, the 5 cents coin was retained, in part due to public attachment and logistical convenience. The 1983 coin also marks one of the final years in which Arnold Machine's effigy of the Queen was used. By 1985, a new portrait by Raphael Maklouf would be introduced, presenting a more regal and idealized image of the monarch, with a crown replacing the tiara. This makes the 1983 coin one of the last issues to feature the second portrait, adding modest historical significance. Collector value, and numismatic interest. While the 1983 5-cent coin is not a key date or rare variety in Australian numismatics, it remains essential for those assembling full-year sets or those interested in collecting portraits of Queen Elizabeth II through the years. It is also a popular coin for beginning collectors due to its low cost, availability, and historical relevance. In circulated condition, the coin generally holds only face value, though particularly well-preserved examples can be worth slightly more. Mint sets from 1983, which include pristine examples of this coin along with other denominations, are also sought after by collectors of Australian decimal coinage. Conclusion: the 1983 Australia 5-cent coin, though common and unassuming, is a fascinating piece of Australian history. It reflects a nation in the midst of modernizing while still firmly grounded in its ties to the British monarchy. With its classic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, the enduring echidna design, and a mintage that helped fuel everyday commerce, the coin stands as a quiet but essential player in the country's economic and cultural life. Whether held in hand during a purchase, collected as part of a decimal year set, or admired under magnification for its craftsmanship, the 1983 5-cent coin continues to hold meaning. It serves as a reminder of a time when small change had real purchasing power and as a symbol of Australia's stable, evolving identity within the Commonwealth. The 2003 Australia 5-cent coin, though modest in size and face value, represents a fascinating intersection of history, royal iconography, artistic design, and modern Australian currency. As part of the standard circulating coinage of Australia, the 2003 edition of the 5-cent coin is often overlooked in everyday transactions. However, for numismatists, historians, and collectors alike, it is part of a broader story of national identity, tradition, and continuity under Queen Elizabeth II's long reign. To fully understand the significance of the 2003 issue, one must appreciate the context of Australian decimal currency, the design evolution of the coin, the symbolism embedded within its imagery, and the ongoing debates around the coin's utility in the 21st century. The legacy. Of the 5-cent coin in Australian decimal currency, Australia transitioned to a decimal currency system on 14th of February 1966, introducing a suite of coins that included the 1C, 2C, 5C, 10C, 20C, and 50C denominations. The 5-cent coin directly replaced the pre-decimal sixpence and retained similar dimensions and composition. From the beginning, it was seen as a functional denomination for small everyday transactions. By 2003, nearly 4 decades into decimal currency, the 5-cent coin remained unchanged in its core features. It continued to be made of cupro nickel, remained a round milled-edge coin, and still featured 2 essential designs, a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and an echidna on the reverse. Obverse design, Queen Elizabeth. 2 by Ian Rank Broadley. The 2003 edition features the 4th definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, a British sculptor whose effigy of the Queen was first introduced to Australian coinage in 1999. This portrait replaced the Raphael Makhlouf design used from 1985 to 1998 and was intended to provide a more realistic, less idealized depiction of the monarch. In Rank Broadley's portrait, the Queen faces right, as is traditional in Commonwealth coinage, and wears the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a recurring symbol of her role and elegance. The portrait is detailed, mature, and less stylized than its predecessors, reflecting her advanced age and long service. The surrounding legend reads, Elizabeth II, Australia 2003. This inscription maintains the traditional Commonwealth style, with the monarch's name followed by the issuing nation and the year of issue. The artist's initials, IRB, can be found just below the neck of the portrait. This version of the Queen's portrait stayed in use on Australian coinage until 2019 and is notable for its dignified, unembellished realism, a significant departure from the youthful depictions of her earlier reign. Reverse design. The Echidna by Stuart Devlin On. The reverse of the 2003 5-cent coin, we find the instantly recognizable image of an echidna, one of Australia's most unique and enigmatic animals. This design was first introduced in 1966 and has remained unchanged since. It was created by Stuart Devlin, the official goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen, and one of Australia's most respected designers of national symbols. The echidna, a monotreme like the platypus, is one of only 2 egg-laying mammals in the world. It represents the diversity and uniqueness of Australia's native wildlife. Devlin's design presents the echidna in a curled, almost radial posture, with its spines forming a symmetrical pattern across the coin's surface. Its long, narrow snout, used to forage for ants and termites, is centrally positioned, drawing the viewer's attention. Beneath the echidna appears the large numeral, indicating the coin's denomination in cents. The Sat's echidna design is widely regarded as one of the most effective uses of space and texture in Australian numismatic art, and its longevity on the 5-cent coin is a testament to its visual strength and cultural resonance. Technical specifications. Here are the physical characteristics of the 2003 Australia 5-cent coin. Composition, 75%. Copper, 25% nickel, cupro nickel. Mass, 2.83 grams diameter, 19.41 millimeter thickness, 1.30 millimeter shape, round edge, milled mint, Royal Australian Mint, Canberra. No special variations in shape, weight, or alloy were introduced in 2003, making it a standard circulation issue. However, despite its routine nature, the coin is still collectible in high grades or with notable mint errors. Mintage figures and circulation in 2003, the Royal Australian Mint produced 75.6 million 5-cent coins for general circulation. This relatively high mintage reflects the coin's continued relevance in daily transactions at the time. Despite rising inflation and a growing public sentiment that the 5-cent coin was becoming obsolete, it continued to play a role in cash-based pricing systems and rounding mechanisms. Because of the high mintage, the 2003 issue is not rare and is readily available in circulated condition. Its value in most circulated states remains at or near face value. However, examples in uncirculated UNC or mint state MS condition can command modest premiums, often between $1 and $5 AUD, depending on quality and grading service. Proof versions of the 2003 5-cent coin were also struck, typically, for inclusion in year sets sold to collectors. These coins feature a mirror-like finish with frosted relief and are not intended for circulation. Proof coins in original packaging can be worth between $10 and $30 AUD or more if graded highly. Error. Coins and varieties. While the 2003 5-cent coin does not have officially recognized design varieties, mint errors can and do occur. Collectors may find interest in clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a miscut blank, off-center strikes, double strikes, die cracks or cuds. These error coins can range in value from $10 to $200 plus, depending on rarity, visibility, and severity. Coins with full-date visibility and dramatic errors tend to be the most sought after. Cultural and economic context. By 2003, discussions about the future of low denomination coins were becoming more frequent in Australia. While the 1C and 2C coins had already been withdrawn from circulation in 1992 due to rising production costs and inflation, the 5-cent coin was increasingly seen as the next logical candidate for demonetization. With each passing year, the real purchasing power of 5 cents diminished. Many Australians reported rarely using the coin, and businesses often rounded prices to the nearest 10 cents. Despite these trends, the coin remained in circulation largely due to its entrenched role in accounting and electronic pricing systems. Nonetheless, this backdrop adds a layer of historical poignancy to the 2003 issue. It represents a coin still clinging to everyday relevance while edging ever closer to redundancy. The collector's perspective. From a collector's viewpoint, the 2003 Australia 5-cent coin is a common date, but its significance lies in its role as part of the long lineage of Australian decimal coinage. It's an essential component in complete year sets and is often collected by those assembling date runs or examples of each portrait of Queen Elizabeth II's. The use of Ian Rank Broadley's effigy also marks a particular stylistic phase in Australian coin design, reflecting a more realistic and unidealized vision of the monarch. For collectors of royal portraiture or coins of the Commonwealth, this design phase is crucial. Conclusion. The 2003 Australia 5-cent coin, though easily dismissed in casual usage, is rich with significance. It represents a stable and enduring denomination in Australian coinage, features a masterfully designed reverse celebrating native fauna, and carries the dignified likeness of Queen Elizabeth II during her later reign. While its numismatic value may be modest in most cases, its cultural and historical importance should not be underestimated. As Australia continues to move toward a more cashless society and the cost of producing small coins rises, coins like the 5 cents may one day disappear from circulation. When that time comes, the 2003 issue will be remembered as part of the long-standing fabric of Australian commerce and identity, a small silver-colored reminder of a nation's evolving story.